Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're diving into something pretty relevant for anyone shopping online, spotting those potentially sketchy deals.
Uh-huh.
We're using olivercapeboston.com, one of those sites with luxury stuff at prices that seem, well, almost impossible. We're going to use it as a case study.
Right, to build a kind of checklist, yeah. Something everyone can use.
Exactly. Our mission is to pull out, say, 5 key checks you absolutely need to make on any site offering huge discounts, plus a crucial 6th thing to think about if it all goes sideways.
Which unfortunately happens.
It does. So that first gut feeling, right? When you see a price that's just way too low, that's actually your best friend here.
Absolutely. That initial hang on a sec moment.
We want to take that feeling and turn it into a really practical screening process. 6 specific points.
Okay, let's do it. What's fascinating is how often that super low price makes people kind of gloss over other obvious warning signs.
Yeah, the lure of the deal.
So we start there.
Yeah.
Red flag number 1, price and presentation. If the prices are just totally out of whack compared to everywhere else,
Yeah.
that's your first big signal.
Okay, but let's say the price is low, but maybe just believable enough to hook you in. What's the next immediate thing to look at? The product itself.
Yeah, look closely at the pictures, the visual evidence. Scam sites almost always just lift photos from other places.
Right, they steal them.
So ask yourself, are these images sharp, original, or do they look kind of grainy, maybe blurry, or like they've been copied and pasted from a well-known brand's official site?
Okay. So low quality or generic looking photos are a bad sign.
Definitely.
Yeah,
If the pictures look suspect, probably best to just move on.
good point. But okay, let's say the pictures look decent. We can't stop there, obviously. Sources really stress digging into the company's background next. That About Us page. What are we looking for there?
Right, this is red flag number 2, credibility. A legit store should give you real business details, a proper company name, maybe a physical address, and maybe some history. How long have they supposedly been around? But the key here is verification.
Verification. How so?
Well, we saw examples with sites like Oliver Cape Boston where they list an address, but then someone actually checks it on Google Maps,
Yeah.
and it turns out to be like a random P.O. box or just somebody's house or an empty lot, not a real business front.
Wow. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
if the About Us page is vague or you can't actually confirm the details they give.
That's a huge red flag. It points to a lack of real structure, maybe accountability.
That makes sense. Which kind of leads into the next point, right?
Yeah.
Verifiable contact information, red flag 3.
Exactly. If something goes wrong with your order, it doesn't show up, it's fake. You need a way to actually reach someone, a real person.
So what do we check on the contact page?
Look for a working phone number. Try calling it, maybe. And check the email address. Is it professional, like support@companyname.com? Or is it just a free generic one, like at gmail.com or at yahoo.com? If all they give you is a generic email or maybe a fake-looking address,
Then there's basically zero recourse if things go bad.
pretty much no accountability.
Okay, that's crucial. Which brings us to maybe the most important checks, flags 4 and 5. The site's digital footprint. You said never trust the reviews on their own website, right?
Absolutely not. That's red flag 4.
Yeah.
External reviews, you have to search elsewhere.
Like where?
Go to established review sites, think Trustpilot, SiteJabber, maybe even just a Google search for the site name plus reviews or scam.
And what are we looking for? Just good reviews?
Not just good reviews. You're looking for any substantial verified customer history. If there are basically no reviews anywhere else, or only a few that look really suspicious, like all posted on the same day, super short and generic.
Great product, fast shipping kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a massive warning sign. It suggests no real customers or maybe fake reviews.
Okay. And tied into that digital footprint is the site's age, right? Red flag 5. How do we check if a site claiming to be established, just popped up last month?
Yeah, that's easy. Use a domain checker tool. There are plenty of free ones online. Just search Domain Age Checker or HYS Lookup.
And that tells you?
It tells you the exact date the website domain was registered. So if a site claims years of experience, but the domain is like 3 weeks old,
That story doesn't add up.
not at all.
Yeah.
That discrepancy, especially combined with a lack of real reviews, is a major cause for concern. That's your final check before buying.
Got it. So those 5 points, price, images, company info, contact details, and the digital footprint, reviews, and age.
Exactly. Think of them as your 5-step defense shield. Before you click buy on one of these potentially risky sites, especially for expensive items, you really ought to run through all 5.
It makes sense. Do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
But this raises one last important point. We've focused entirely on vetting before you buy. What happens if, you missed something or got taken in and things do go wrong?
Ah, right. The aftermath.
Yeah. Our sources mentioned there's a crucial next step, maybe call it step 6. Understanding the recovery plan. Knowing the actual process, the links, the steps you need to take to try and dispute the charge or get a refund through your bank or maybe PayPal or whoever you use.
It's a really vital point. Knowing the warning signs is prevention, but knowing your options for recourse if the worst happens. That's just as critical.
Definitely something to look into before you even need it, perhaps. Especially if you're considering a purchase that feels even a little bit risky. Food for thought.
Absolutely. Be prepared.